All right, good afternoon, everyone. We're now live on YouTube. Let's go ahead and get started with our 2 o'clock, February 1st criminal PM docket. I will take announcements from any attorney who's ready to make an announcement other than a plea. We have anyone with announcements other than pleas? I'll take that at this time. Okay. No announcements other than please, then let's go ahead and I'm only going to do one set of pleas. So let's move into those pleas. Alex, do you have a plea? An announcement?
Yes, Your Honor. We have a couple cases this morning on number 5, 6, and 7 on the court docket.
Hadagi?
Yes, Haregui.
All right, CR 20-04-595H, CR 20-04-594H, CR 20-04-593H. State of Texas versus Orlando Hadagi. Your announcement?
Your Honor, I believe the state has an announcement on that. I think we came to an agreement on it.
We do, Judge, and also all three cases are MTRs in CR 20-04-595H. We've come to an agreement to dismiss and extend 1 year of community supervision. We will be dismissing the MTRs outright for CR 20-04-594H and CR 20-04-593H. And the reason for this, Judge, is the defendant will be placed on community supervision in felony case CR 2953-21L.
Okay, at the request of the District Attorney's Office, CR 20-04-594H as well as CR 20-04-593H are hereby dismissed, and the court will approve the dismissal and extension of community supervision by 1 year in CR 20-04-595H.
Your Honor, just so the court is aware, he is, as part of his plea deal for the felony case, he's scheduled to go into SATF. So probation knows where to find him. He'll be there.
And what I'll do, Judge, is on the extension, I'll include that he's going to be participating in SATF as a part of that felony case, Judge.
Yes, that way it won't affect him. But he's not reporting. All right, sounds good. Anything else on this case, Alex?
Not on this one, Your Honor. I do have another jail case.
Go ahead.
It is number 10 through 13, Your Honor.
That's State of Texas versus Lizette Morales, CR 713H, CR 20-11-735H, CR 21-02-845H, CR 21-02-846H, State of Texas versus Lizette Morales. Ms. Morales is present. Your announcement?
Your Honor, it appears that she still has, I believe, an assault public servant case, and I believe another case. Sorry, my desktop froze. That's why I'm using my iPad today. I believe she still has some felonies pending at intake. I don't know, the DA's office will probably correct me if I'm wrong.
That's correct, Judge. Both cases are ready for the grand jury.
All right, so we probably need to give her, what do you think, State?
I think 2 or 3 weeks, Judge. 2 weeks to be on the safe side because she's in custody. I think that we can keep tabs on it if it's set for 2 weeks down the line.
Let me give you February 17th at 2 o'clock. February 17th, 2022 at 2 o'clock.
And then, Your Honor, I have number 22 and 23 on the docket.
22, 23, CR 20-04-280H, CR 21-13-825H, State of Texas versus Ramon Rodriguez Jr.
Your Honor, I believe that's the same announcement. I need to verify. I'm having a hard time with my Odyssey's down and all my stuff is down right now. But I believe I had notes on him earlier that he does have, I believe.
I am verifying for Mr. Aguirre, Judge.
Thank you.
It appears that the felony was already resolved, Judge, so the only thing
Okay.
that's holding him are these two cases.
Okay,
If I could just recall that briefly, Your Honor, and I'll just wait my turn then on the other cases.
okay, but do you want me to, what are we gonna do with this one here today? I mean, is it something you want me to put, I mean,
If I,
want me to
if I
reset it
could,
for Thursday, or do you want me to reset it for
If I-
later this afternoon?
if I could just recall it, Your Honor, and just, my system's coming back up. IT is just now connecting everything up for me.
Okay, no problem.
If I could just recall it. Thank you.
Mr. Linhart, what do you have?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Just wanted to clarify that you are also doing arraignments this afternoon. I'm here appearing on behalf of Attorney Juan Zamora for number 24 through number 27 on your criminal docket.
All right, we can go ahead and arraign him. I can formally arraign him if that's something you'd like to do right now.
We'd like to waive the reading of the indictment and just enter a plea of not guilty. But we defer to the court if you want to do a formal.
I don't have a problem if you want to execute a waiver, but a waiver would probably require that you go get his signature, or I can just I could just arraign him.
Sure.
All right, let's call Juan Francisco Santibáñez.
Number 24 and 25 are MTRs.
24, 25 are MTRs.
So number 26 and 27 are the new cases.
Okay, let me go ahead and have Juan Francisco Santibáñez. Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Sir.
Your true and correct name, Juan Francisco Santibáñez.
Sir.
Santibáñez, you're here before the court charged with the offense of a false statement to a police officer or law enforcement or corrections officer, a Class B misdemeanor, as well as theft of property, a Class B misdemeanor. I need to advise you that a Class B misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in the Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment you could receive for a Class B misdemeanor?
Yes, sir.
Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, sir.
Counsel, speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent, able to assist?
Mr. Santibáñez is competent, Your Honor.
Court's going to go ahead and make a finding that Juan Francisco Santibáñez is mentally competent. I'm going to interpret it not guilty for you on both of these cases. And I understand that you have 2 motions to revoke as well. The court's going to set all these 4 cases, your 2 motions to revoke, as well as your 2 new criminal complaint cases. I'm going to set them up for, what do you think, Mr. Linhart? 2 weeks down the road, a week down the road, Thursday, whatever you want, however much time you need.
Next Thursday would be good to, next Thursday would be sufficient time.
All right, February 10th at 2 o'clock. We'll reset your case to February 10th, 2022 at 2 o'clock, Mr. Santibáñez.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. That concludes my matter in your honorable court. May I be excused?
Yes, you may. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Alamilla, what do you have?
Criminal docket CR 20-03631H. Orlando Reyes Perez.
All right, number 19, Mr. Reyes Perez.
It's a jail case.
Yes, sir, your announcement?
Your Honor, we just need a trial date on that one because we have a felony trial set for Monday in the 206. We're going to be picking the jury Friday. And this one says misdemeanor, it's a theft case, but we need a trial also, trial date.
Okay. Mr. Garcia?
Judge, as long as we can have a little over 30 days that we can have all pretrial motions filed within sufficient time, Judge.
How does the docket look for a trial? 30 days out would put us, he's in jail. Maybe, how does March 7th look? 3? All right, let's do a trial docket call March 3rd at 1:30. Trial on marriage, March 7th at 1:30. All right, Mr. Alamia, are those dates good for you?
That's fine, Judge.
Okay, perfect. We'll see you then, March 3rd, March 7th.
Wait.
Anything else, Mr. Alamia?
Well, that's all I have, Judge.
All right, thank you. Have a good day. Mr. Almanza, what do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 28 and 29 your docket. Oswaldo Avila Valdez, CR-21-13403-H and CR-20-06299-H.
All right, your announcement?
Yes, Your Honor, this is he's currently still being held on a felony, Your Honor, that was indicted. He's set for arraignment on that felony on February 14th. Mr. Robert Puente is the attorney on that. And I talked to him today, and they're still pending some negotiation with the state on a bond reduction, but it's the felony that's holding him currently right now, Your Honor.
Okay, so you're just asking for some additional time after the 14th, you said?
Yes, Your Honor.
How about I give you the 17th and see where we're at?
That works perfect, Your Honor. I would appreciate that.
All right, the 17th at 2 o'clock, February 17th, 2 o'clock for Eduardo Valdez.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have no further members of the court, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Your excuse, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, it looks like I may only have pleas left.
Judge Fabian Munoz is an individual whose attorney he's set for a PTD placement. However, a PTD application was never submitted. So that one should just be a reset, Judge.
All right, Fabian Munoz. Fabian, can you hear me?
And I believe his attorney of record is John Rigney.
Okay, Fabian, can you hear me? You didn't receive any paperwork? Is that what you said, Mr. Garcia?
We haven't received a PTD application, Judge, so there's
Oh, not even an application.
no.
So I'm gonna set this up for a morning then.
Oh,
Correct. Judge.
hello, sir. I can hear you now. I'm sorry. I had to unmute my phone.
Oh, that's okay. Mr. Munoz, stay in contact with Mr. Rigney. The court's gonna give you March 31st at 9:30 in the morning as a reset date, okay?
March 31st, 9:30. Yes, sir. Thank you very
March
much.
31st, 9:30, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank
Okay, thank you so much. See you then.
you too. Thank you.
All right, Alex, you were gonna maybe recall that other case again?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe it was for Ramon Rodriguez, number 22 and 23. He is in custody, Your Honor. I need a recommendation on this. One of them, number 22, I believe is an MTR.
Yes, sir.
And number 23, he has no bond set on that. The other one's a $5,000 bond. He's been in custody approximately, I think he's been in custody a while.
I mean, I think he's been in custody close to 60 days. Is that correct?
Yes, he's going up on 60, Your Honor. So I'd like to see if I can't set him for Thursday. If I can get some paperwork, I could probably visit with him. and
Sure.
Hopefully resolve the case.
All
This
right.
looks like something where I could consider time served, Judge. And I would prefer it be taken care of before he's released, other than giving him a bond reduction,
Yeah,
potentially losing these cases.
let's set him up for the 3rd, February 3rd.
Hasn't been arraigned on the 23rd.
I see. And that'll be at 2, February 3rd at 2. And we'll take care of all his cases, his 2 cases on the 3rd at 2 o'clock.
And Mr. Rodriguez, I'll be invited to see you tomorrow.
All right, appreciate it.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Your Honor, I have Irving Morales. He's number 33 on the court's docket. It looks like he is logged in.
You see Irving there, 33. That's CR 21-12-6168, State of Texas versus Irving Morales.
Yes, Your Honor, this is another case I need a recommendation. I don't know if they sent one to Mr. Parson before or not. I don't have access to his email, so I'm not sure. But if I can get that, we could probably figure this one out pretty quick too.
I'll forward those emails to him, Judge. We did send one over to Mr. Parson, so we'll just forward it to Mr. Aguirre.
Can I give you Thursday, or is that not enough time because he's out and?
Your Honor, I
Do it
think
about
that's
2
not
weeks?
enough time. Realistically, we got this in the juvenile courts too, so I'm kind
Let
of
me give you,
scrambling.
I can give you the 17th or the 22nd of February,
Can I do the 22nd, please?
February 22nd, 2022 at 2 o'clock.
All right.
Irving, stay in
Yes, sir.
contact with Mr. Aguirre. He's the new public defender in Court 8. We'll see you again February 22nd at 2, okay? All right. Anything else, Alex?
And I don't know if he signed in, Marcus Luna. I see his name on there.
Yes.
I don't see a camera. He is at work, Your Honor, so he may not be able to turn on a camera. He's number 32 on the court docket.
All right, I do see him there. He has his camera on now. CR 21-035-87H.
Your Honor, I have a recommendation from the state. I just need to get with the client to get these things done. It's UA classes and stuff like that. He is, however, out of state. He's in Oklahoma City. So that's kind of
You want me to give you the same date of the
222,
22nd?
Your Honor?
222.
Yes, Your Honor, that'd be good.
All right, 222. Mr. Luna, if you can hear me, just give me a thumbs up and we'll see you on February 22nd. February 22nd at 2 o'clock, okay? February 22nd, 2 o'clock. I see him giving me the thumbs up that he hears me. We'll see you February 22nd, 2 o'clock.
Yes, Your Honor. And online, this is not on the docket, Your Honor. This is a case that was a NISI on an arraignment. I wanted to see about getting it off the NISI status. If the cause number is CR 21-01551H.
01551
That's correct, Your Honor.
and then the letter H.
That's correct, Your Honor.
State of Texas versus.
This one is Leticia Marie Villegas.
Judge, on that one, Judge, the defendant called, she logged in whenever you took a NISA, we removed the NISA and we set her for Thursday at 9:30.
Okay, so yeah, so what
Okay.
happened was, I don't know if you heard Jackie, but she logged in after you had already logged off. We recalled the NISI, we took care of it for you administratively, and we set it up for Thursday, 9:30.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. I wasn't sure, so she's scheduled for the 3rd.
Yes, at 9:30. So Ms. Vasquez, stay in contact with Mr. Aguirre. Maybe y'all can, unless you have an announcement, you want more time now, I can give you more time.
Well, Your Honor, I was gonna do an arraignment because she has 2 other cases and she's got a different name on those cases.
Oh, I remember this one. Yes, let's go ahead and do it on Thursday morning.
Perfect, Your Honor.
Right.
And the last one I have, Your Honor, is number 36 and 37 on the docket. Your Honor, I wasn't able to send him the Zoom information. I doubt that he's here.
37 and 38? you said?
Yes, Your Honor, that was, yeah, I kind of got the information a little, I didn't get it to him in time, Your Honor.
22nd of February?
Yeah, let's do the 22nd of February, okay? That'll give you some time to get a hold of him.
And I think that's all I got, Your Honor.
I'm gonna put here motion for continuance granted. 222.
Yes, Your Honor. And I think that's all I have, Your Honor.
All right, perfect.
And y'all have a good day.
All right, you too.
Mr. Morales, you can log off.
Okay, Ms. Leticia Marie Vasquez, we'll see you Thursday. You can log off as well. And I think that only leaves me with Ms. Gutierrez. Ms. Gutierrez, you have a plea, I assume?
It's from the morning, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I have 2. I have a jail case and let me see where. Sorry, I just had the docket sheet up, but of course, I don't know what happened to it. So I have Mr. Ponce. He's a jail case. Angel Ernesto Esquivel Ponce, that's a plea. And then the plea from this morning, I don't know if it's on the docket, but it's Daisy Michelle Espinosa.
Okay, Ponce, what number is Ponce?
Ponce is from the 20 and 21, Judge.
20 and 21. Will this be a plea on both of them or just one?
Just one, Your Honor.
On just the DWI?
Judge.
Okay. Do I have any other pleas this afternoon besides Mr. Ponce and Ms. Daisy Espinosa?
Should just be those 2.
Okay.
Your Honor, Mr. Ponce is a Spanish speaker.
Okay, sure, no problem. We'll take care of that for you.
Your Honor, he speaks English as well.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
I'll make it go by faster.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna start with Mr. Angel Ernesto Ponce and then Daisy Michelle Espinosa. I'm gonna be calling them in this order, okay? So Mr. Ponce, you're gonna be answering all my questions first, followed by Ms. Espinosa, okay? If I can have both of you, please raise your right hand. Do each of you sort of tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? I'm gonna start with Angel Ernesto Esquivel Ponce.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, and Daisy Michelle Espinosa.
Yes.
All right, both of you can lower your hands. We're here in CR 22-00223H, State of Texas versus Angel Ernesto Esquivel Ponce. Sir, is that your true and correct name?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Ponce. You're here before the court, charged with the offense of driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. In just a minute, I'll explain to you the range of punishment for a Class B misdemeanor.
Yes, sir.
In CR 21-04753H, State of Texas versus Daisy Michelle Espinosa. Ma'am, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, yes, sir.
Ms. Espinosa, you're here before the court, charged with the offense of driving while intoxicated, also a Class B misdemeanor. Let me advise both Mr. Ponce and Ms. Espinosa that Class B misdemeanors carry a potential penalty of up to 6 months in the Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Do you both understand the range of punishment you can receive for a Class B misdemeanor, starting with Mr. Ponce?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, Ms. Espinosa.
Yes, Your Honor.
Both of you have the right to an attorney and the right to a trial by jury, but you can waive one or both of those rights by signing a document. Did each of you have an opportunity to review a document with your attorney before signing it? Mr. Ponce?
Yes.
Ms. Espinosa?
Yes.
Did both of you understand that when you were signing those documents, you were waiving your right to a trial by jury? Did you understand that, Mr. Ponce?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Ms. Espinosa?
Yes, sir.
Court's going to go ahead and accept your waiver of trial by jury. Has any court ever declared either one of you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane? Mr. Ponce?
No.
Ms. Espinosa?
No.
Ms. Gutierrez, do you find both of your clients to be mentally competent, able to assist?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe both Mr. Ponce and Ms. Espinosa are competent.
Court's going to go ahead and make a finding that Angel Ernesto Ponce and Daisy Michelle Espinosa are both mentally competent, able to assist their attorneys in their own defense. Do you each understand that if the punishment that I assess, if that punishment does not exceed what is recommended by the state, you will need this court's permission if you decide to file an appeal? Do you understand that, Ms.?
Yes, sir, I do.
Mr. Ponce?
Yes, I do.
Ms. Espinosa?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Thank you. Do you further understand that the court does not have to accept the recommendation of the state? Mr. Ponce?
Yes.
Ms. Espinosa?
Yes.
At this time, I must ask you, are you both U.S. citizens? Mr. Ponce?
And me.
I'm sorry?
I am not. I am not.
You are not. Okay, how about you, Ms. Espinosa?
I am. I am.
Thank you. Mr. Ponce, because you're not a U.S. citizen, your plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deport. Hold on, listen to the question. Because you're not a U.S. citizen, your plea of guilty or no contest may result in your being deported, excluded from admission to this country, or the denial of naturalization under U.S. federal law. Do you understand those immigration consequences?
Yes, sir. Yes, I do.
Knowing and understanding those immigration consequences, sir, do you still wish to go forward with your plea here today?
Yes, sir.
To the offense of driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor, sir, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
No contest.
All right. Is the state allowing a no contest on a DWI?
Judge, that's fine. I don't have an issue with it, Judge.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I apologize. I do feel like I need to explain that when I spoke with Mr. Ponce, we're going over the paperwork. He indicated that in an assault in the past, his lawyer, he had an immigration lawyer who advised him to plead no contest to an assault. And I explained to him how I believe an assault might be a crime of moral turpitude, a DWI, not so much, especially not a Class B. However, I did tell him if that made you feel more comfortable, I don't think that it makes a difference in this plea. And so I apologize to Mr. Garcia.
No worries. And again, Judge, I don't have an issue with it. This court obviously has the authority to look at it and finding of guilt, even though he pled no contest. So I don't have an issue going forward like that, Judge.
You understand that, Mr. Ponce, that even though you pled not guilty, the court will still, for purposes of punishment, still find you guilty. Do you understand
Yes,
that?
sir, I do. Yes, I do.
Perfect. The court will allow you to go ahead and enter your plea of no contest freely. Let me ask you, are you entering that plea of no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir, I do.
Thank you. Daisy Michelle Espinosa to the offense of driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Court's going to go ahead and accept your plea as being freely and voluntarily given. I'll call for state's evidence. Well, let me ask you, Ms. Gutierrez, any objections to state's exhibits?
No objection, Your Honor.
There be no objection. State's exhibits are all hereby admitted, and call for state's evidence.
Your Honor, state offers plea documents and offense report to State's Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant's right to appeal, State's Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14 disclosures, State's Exhibit 3, and waiver of risk and needs assessment of State's Exhibit 4. State would request the defense counsel stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court. State would further request defense counsel stipulate to the fact that all evidence which has been e-filed is sufficient to corroborate today's pleas of guilty or no contest.
Your Honor, I so stipulated to venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court, and also we stipulate to the fact that the evidence is sufficient to corroborate the no contest and the guilty pleas.
There be no objection. State's exhibits are hereby admitted in CR 22-002238, State of Texas versus Angel Ernesto Ponce. It is a judgment of the court that he is guilty as charged. What is the recommendation for Mr. Ponce?
Your Honor, the state's recommendation is a $100 fine, court cost, 30 days, Hidalgo County Jail, credit for 22 days served. The reason for this recommendation is the defendant does have an ICE hold judge, and in exchange for this plea, the state will be tendering a dismissal in CR 22-002224H.
Questions or requests, Ms. Gutierrez?
Your Honor, we're asking for the court some consideration and give for the fact that Mr. Ponce has been in custody as long as he has, and that the court consider giving him time served instead of requiring him to complete 8 more days in custody. He does have an ICE hold, will be deported.
Given the ICE hold, the court will go ahead and issue a 0 fine, 0 court cost, 22 days, credit for 22 days, time served. All right, and the court will approve the dismissal in CR 22-002224H. Good luck to you, Mr. Ponce. In CR 21-04-753H, State of Texas versus Daisy Michelle Espinosa, it is a judgment of the court that you're guilty as charged. What is the recommendation?
Your Honor, the state's recommendation is a $100 fine, court cost, 1 year deferred adjudication, an alcohol education program, 90 days Texas driver's license suspension, a mobile device for a term of 6 months, and a Mothers Against Drunk Driving impact panel.
Your Honor, we would request that the court consider waiving the court costs. Ms. Espinosa and her family she lives with her parents, have had financial difficulties because of COVID. They've reduced their work hours, and so they're trying to figure out how to pay their mortgage, and so they're struggling financially, Your Honor.
This is her first offense?
It is.
Never been arrested before, but didn't qualify for PTD for any reason, or what?
So, Your Honor, the reason the financial situation is the same reason why she took the deferred adjudication route instead of the pretrial diversion, because she would have to pay $500 placement fee, and she'd have the money.
All right. Otherwise, she would have qualified, and she seems like a perfect candidate, things of that sort.
Yes, Your Honor, I believe she would have qualified.
That is correct. I did look at the facts. She would be a good candidate.
All right, court's going to go ahead and waive the fine, waive the court cost. I'm going to reduce the amount of time down to 6 months deferred adjudication. Alcohol education program, I'm going to keep 90-day Texas driver's license. I'm going to run concurrent with the administrative suspension. The 6 months Texas driver's license is, the 6 months mobile. She wasn't ordered to do it, right, as part, because there was no bond modification.
She wasn't required, Judge, but it is statutorily mandated by the Code of Criminal Procedure for half the term.
Okay, so 3 months. And the MAD impact panel she'll take. Okay, so 0 fine, 0 court cost, 6 months deferred adjudication, alcohol education program, 90-day Texas driver's license suspension is running concurrent with the administrative suspension, and it'll be 3 months of the mobile device plus MAD impact panel. We do need a phone number, Mrs. Espinosa. From you.
It's 956-457-8381.
Thank you. Our intake department will be calling you in about 5 business days.
Okay. I had a question. I already had my 90-day license suspension.
Yeah, this one will run concurrent with it, meaning you will not have an additional suspension.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Probation will be in contact with you. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have nothing further before this honorable court. May I be excused?
You're excused. Thank you.
Hey, Ms. Espinosa, you two are excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Let me go ahead and Mr. Solis, you logged on
Number 30, Judge.
as number 30.
Vicente Gonzalez. Judge.
All right. I have Mr. Vicente Gonzalez who just logged on as well. CR 2102-617H. All right. What's the announcement?
Judge, on this case, I believe we have an agreement for a plea. The only thing that's been pending is the signatures. Judge, however, I was gonna ask the court if it would allow us to withdraw, Judge, just to give the court some information. My office, all the lawyers have recently gotten off the wheel. I was attempting to close off the cases that I can and withdrawing those that would get prolonged. However, Mr. Gonzalez's case, Judge, we've gone back and forth. The only thing pending is the signature. However, it's been months. He hasn't come in to sign. I have to come back, keep doing these announcements, Judge. So I'm respectfully asking to withdraw from this case, Judge.
All right. Mr. Gonzalez, any particular reason why you haven't been able to go in there to sign?
Mr. Judge, Maldonado, es que lo que pasa es que estoy trabajando acá en West Texas y pues yo estaba en contacto con mi abogado, ¿verdad? Y pues incluso, ¿verdad? Pues pues no he tenido tiempo, ¿verdad? Pues incluso, ¿verdad? Quiero que me hagan una cita para poder firmar.
Permítame, sir, tengo que traducir en inglés. Sir, I've been in contact with my lawyer and I've been working over here out in West Texas and really haven't had a chance to go. So I just need to get an appointment so I can go in and sign.
How long would it take for you to go ahead and come in to sign those documents, sir?
Pues sí, me pueden dar 2 semanas porque por la mera verdad, pues me cambiaron para Nuevo México, ¿verdad? Pues estoy en West Texas, ¿verdad? Pero voy para Nuevo México mañana. Y pues como me subieron de puesto, ¿verdad? Quiero ver, ¿verdad? Pues si me pueden dar 2 semanas, o sea, no quiero fallar tampoco en el trabajo, pero sí, es posible.
If possible, if I can get 2 weeks, since I am in West Texas and I'm going to be going out to New Mexico and I don't want to miss work either. So if possible, 2 weeks.
Right. Mr. Solis, what I can do, if you still would like, is I could appoint the public defender's office, remove you, appoint the public defender's office, and then set it up for about 2 to 3 weeks for a status, and then let him visit with public defender's office.
Judge, I mean, like I said, Judge, in order to avoid more work for everybody, if he comes in the next 2 weeks, Judge, I'll sign it up and get it played out. However, if he does not comply, then I'm going to be filing I don't know how the court.
Let me just do it. Let me just do it this way. Let me just go ahead and grant your oral request at this time. I'll grant your oral request. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office. I'm going to see if I can get them online right now, back up. And that way he can meet with them and they can exchange information. And then they can come up with an idea as to how long it would take for them to make contact with me or us. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Withdrawal is granted. Motion to withdraw is granted.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, hang tight. I'm going to try to get the public defender's office to log on, and then you will visit with him in a breakout room, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Representative Munoz, you have numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, I think. No, 1 and 2. 1 and 2. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. Just number 1 and 2, David Baldasso, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. CR 22007009H and CR 22007110, 710H. David Baldasso.
Judge Sergio, on behalf of Mr. Baldasso, Your Honor, on these 2 cases, Judge, we were appointed to represent him. We were going to do the writ, Judge. However, when we were about to do that, he was already assigned a case number. So we did file a motion to reduce bond. He's got the violation of protective order and the possession of marijuana cases. We did file discovery requests. We haven't received all the discovery, but I think at this time, we're asking the court if they would entertain some consideration in reducing the bond. He has been in custody since January the 24th, 2022. I know he does have some history. He did have 2 cases last year. I'm under the impression that they were to resolve, but currently on this case, he's got a $2,000 cash surety bond on the POM and a $5,000 on the violation of the protective order.
What says the state?
Your Honor, at this time, we're opposed to any bond reductions. I think $5,000 is reasonable given the circumstances. It's alleged that he broke a rear window to the car of the victim. He was arrested on site, Judge. Furthermore, he does have some extensive history: criminal mischief in 2021, assault in 2021, resisting arrest in 2019, theft in 2018, failed to ID in 2017, evading in 2017, burglary of vehicle in 2014, and manufacturing and delivering POCS 2015 charge, Judge. I don't know how all of these cases were resolved, but they all do show up as prior cases / arrests on his record, Judge. And then again, given the circumstances of the violation of the protective order, we would be objecting to any further bond reductions. I think about 5,000 is fair and reasonable given the cases. And however, Judge, if this court were to reduce the bond, we would be asking that there be a no contact order with Gloria Baldasso.
Gloria Baldasso is his wife?
I don't know exactly, Judge. I'm looking off, going off the notes that I have on docket.
Yes, Judge.
All right.
Mr. Yes, Your Honor, are they, Gloria Baldasso is my understanding, Judge, was his wife. There was allegedly some sort of a protective order that was taken out back in November of last year. That's as much information we have right now, Judge. I mean, obviously we want to get the discovery. I mean, our I guess pitch today was really just to see the issue of the bond, just considering the circumstances. But we respect obviously the decision of the court, whichever way they decide to go.
Here's what I'll do. I'll reduce the violation of a protective order down to $2,500 cash or surety. The POM down to $500 cash or surety. That's a total of $3,000. If he's not able to make bond, I'm going to go ahead and give it a quick reset to February 17th at 2 o'clock. Again, that's February 17th to 2 o'clock. At any rate, Mr. Baldasso does need to appear at that time. So Mr. Baldasso, if you're able to make bond, don't think your case went away just because you made bond. You do have a court date, that's February 17th. And so my suggestion would be, if you're able to make bond, stay in contact with Mr. Munoz. He'll let you know how to, get in contact with us through through a link. But I need to see you online February 17th at 2 o'clock. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor, but may I ask a question? If I make bond, what about the probation?
What probation? The fact that
he's on probation, Judge, and I guess at the time we weren't aware of an MTR that was filed, but he is aware that if it does happen, and then that's just
well, Mr. Munoz is going to have to visit with the state to make sure that if they've already filed the motion to revoke, has there already been a motion to revoke filed, guys?
I don't believe so, Judge.
No, Judge. Then it's Representative Munoz's job, your lawyer's job, to go and see if he can intercept that and see if he can work something out. If he can't, then you need to get served on it and then possibly get a bond on it. See if he can talk the court into giving him a bond. If you're able to get a bond, it's not out of our court, is it?
What is, Judge? The
motion to revoke.
Yes, Judge. It's the criminal mischief in 2021, and I believe probably the assault in 2021 as well.
Okay, so they're out of our court. So Victoria, is there any indication that y'all will be filing a motion to revoke?
I'm seeing the file here, Judge, and they just received the jail log, so more than likely it will be filed probably sometime this week or next week.
Okay, so Rep, you have to visit with Mr. Heller, because Mr. Garcia, he's going to get the call up to the major leagues, and so Mr. Heller is going to be in charge of probably this file. and see if something can get worked out about not getting a motion to revoke and working something out.
Judge, I'll try. It just seems lately, for some reason, every single case that I'm involved in with the DA's office, there's no agreement. So just kind of interesting. So I guess, the last 3 weeks have really put my case on the spotlight, but I'll try.
Yeah, or maybe I can do something about it. I'm sure I can.
well, if any help is appreciated.
All right. Yeah. It's interesting how that works, huh?
Well, out of the thousands and thousands that are there, I guess they start picking certain ones. So,
but I know Mr. Heller doesn't operate like that. Mr. Garcia definitely doesn't operate like that. So we'll see what we can do.
All right, Judge, I'll go ahead and follow up.
February 17th, 2:00.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Trevino. Mr. Trevino, can you hear me?
Number 35.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Greg, can you hear me?
Hey, Judge, are you there?
Yes, I can hear you. Are you
Okay,
here from Mario
apologize, yeah.
Rodriguez?
Having trouble here with that, yes. Judge, I thought we were ready on this one to plea him. I don't, my client has been in touch with me. I just don't have a number to call back today. I need a couple of days just to get him to come in, and if I can ask our district attorney, our assistant, whether the paperwork is signed up or not.
I don't see that it is, Mr. Trevino. I hadn't sent
For the
over.
plea.
No, Mr. Trevino,
Yes,
I don't, I believe that was our fault on our part. We didn't send over that paperwork. So we'll send over that paperwork after docket.
That's fine. I appreciate that. Yeah. That's what I mean, I'm not pointing any fingers, sorry. I'm just.
Let me go ahead and give you February 22nd. That gives you some time to contact your client, bring them in. Gives you
122, Your Honor.
222.
February 2nd, yes, Your Honor. Thank you. I appreciate that.
February 22nd at 2:00, okay?
Very well. At same time, Judge.
Yes, 2:00.
2 p.m. Thank you.
All right.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have. May I be excused?
Yes, you may.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
You too. I know I have the jail still here. I need to give some reset dates, I'm sure. Sheriff, who do you still have there? And you're on mute, by the way.
Vicente. I have Gutierrez Vicente, Lopez George, and Ortiz Adam.
Let me start with Vicente Gutierrez. Let me see if we have a date from the staff. Number 2, 3, and 4. 224 for Vicente Gutierrez.
Okay.
And the next one?
George Lopez.
Number 8 to 9. February the 3rd, this Thursday.
Okay, and Ortiz Adam.
That
All right,
would,
that one.
they're just called, he's gonna plea on the felony on the 9th, so they're requesting the 15th.
All right, February 15th.
Okay, that's all we have, Your Honor.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And that takes care of our docket. Court's gonna go ahead. Oh, you still have Vicente Gonzalez. Were we able to get, no?
Judge.
Yes, sir.
Disculpe me interrumpa. ¿Con quién me tengo que contactar o me van a hablar o?
Can you go ahead and call the office, our office, Mr. Gonzalez, and we'll give you the public defender's number.
Si me lo puede por favor ahorita o me lo van a mandar por correo o cómo?
What is that, sir? The number?
Sí.
No, ahorita te lo puedo dar.
Judge, it's 2956.
Permíteme un segundo. Sí, 956.
292.
292.
7040.
7040.
That's a public defender's number?
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
292, ¿verdad?
956-292-7040.
Okay. Muchas gracias.
Alex Aguirre.
Alex Aguirre.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Okay,
perfecto.
but you know what? I need to give him a reset date. Yes, I'm going to give you February 22nd.
El 22.
El 22 de febrero a las 2.
Okay,
Okay,
está bien, perfecto.
ándale. Thank you.
Ándale, muchas gracias, tenga buen día.
De nada.